You already know what it is. Holla at your boy, Mr. Easy Does It, LAK. Yeah, Jazz America. He's gonna jump straight in. You feel me? Power, right? What do you identify power as? What do you look at power as? Are you comfortable with other people telling you your power? Is that a deciding factor of like who you are? For me, no way, no way, no how, no way, no how. Listen, power is letting go, right? Power is knowing to hold on. Power is making a decision for yourself. Power is being placed in a position to make decisions for others. Team captains, community, certain environments, stuff like that. You can't go into a situation telling people like, yo, you're weak, or you got weaknesses, or you can't do this, or you don't have power, because people that don't know how to digest and filter out the vibrations of the speech or who is coming from, they can internalize that thing and it'll become detrimental to who they are. You feel me? So they'd be like, yo, damn, I am weak. I don't have no power. I am dumb. I am stupid. No, I'm smart. I'm powerful. I don't have any weaknesses. These are just characteristic traits that make me based upon how I was raised, how I grew up, and it's just the way that I was programmed, right? When you become aware, you start to learn that, okay, I have to reprogram these things by choice if I want to, because it's all about a choice. You feel me? You have to choose to want to be powerful. You have to choose to want to be successful. You have to choose to want to go to the gym. You have to choose to want to to write a book. You have to choose to wake up and be like, yo, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to eat, stuff like that. So based off your career choices and your decisions, and you being comfortable with that, that is your power. When someone else is saying, well, I know what your weaknesses are, I'm like, no, you're identifying with what makes you weak, because these are just characteristic traits, right? So, for example, those characteristic traits can also be strengths based off of the environment that you live in and where you come from. So if you partake in certain things abundantly, whether it be sports, the indulgence of drinking, food, the indulgence of anything that's like habitual, right? Depending on who you're around, right? The habitual things that people do can either annoy you based upon the ethics that you have, or the way you were trained to move and to live and stuff like that. Or it could be normal based off of where you came from. So these are characteristic traits. So we don't have weaknesses. We have characteristic traits that are meant to be around or not to be around based off of the choices of people we want to be around and the choices of environment that we want to be around, right? So for instance, sports, I'm not going to tell my teammate like, yo, you weak, or you trash, or you a bum and shit like that, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down his confidence. And when I pass him the ball, or when I want him to pass me the ball, it's going to steer him away and distract him away from the game plan. What I want to do is I want to tell him, yo, Here's how you make a better pass. Here's how you shoot a better shot. Here's the footwork that you're going to need to get to that next environment. Here's the characteristic traits of what it takes to be a champion, right? Not the critique of a champion, right? We want to be champions, okay? We want to create characteristic traits that evolve a community and build a city, and not debate on, yo, that structure looks, your game plan was weak. We're gonna say, okay, boom, I'm gonna look at that structure right there, and I see where I could build it up. I see what I need to take away. I need, you know what I'm saying? Boom. Let me add this to it. Let me evolutionize it so that it goes through the clouds and turn into a castle. You feel me? I want you to see yourself and be like, yo, damn, I'm bad as fuck. I'm sexy as fuck. Like, damn, I look good. That's how I want you to think like that. I want you to say, damn, I'm smart as fuck. I'm super smart. I'm a genius. I could do anything. Like, I want you to think like that. I don't want you to be around me questioning yourself, saying, yo, can I do this or can I do that? Because the environments that we live in and the environments that we've been a part of, they've allowed us to even have that mindset of questioning our gifts and our talents and stuff like that. And even I've been a part of that, right? And I had to not reprogram myself, but reflect on moments of success to say, okay, this is who I am, and this is naturally who I am. So naturally, I've always been in positions of leadership and success, right? I've been in moments of leadership and success and triumph and winning, right? And it is a process to get to that point, right? It's not so much a journey. It's a process that you have to make a decision to be a part of. So if you want to learn how to win, you have to learn steps of what it takes to get to that level. You feel me? You'll learn, okay, boom, I got to get in shape. After I get in shape, I got to build up my mindset, my characteristics. I have to have the endurance. I have to have the smarts. I have to have the willpower. I have to have the discernment of decision making. I have to learn how to learn the formation of the offense, the formation of defense. I have to learn other people's characteristics to see how they maneuver instinctively in certain situations, right? I have to learn my personnel to say, okay, in these type of situations, this person is going to react or act in these type of circumstances that sway it this way or sway it that way, right? So we're not going to even look at wins or losses, but then that is also a level of thinking to see where you need to get better in the process. You feel me? So you'd be like, okay, how many shots did I put up today? How my body feeling today? Do I gotta pass it today? Okay, well, athletically, am I there yet to dunk the ball, or mentally, am I there to write in this capacity of a song or to write in this capacity of the book? Okay, if I put down 10 pages today or a paragraph in today, then boom, I've got a step ahead of the process, right? And then I just keep working until I get to a point of euphoria that takes my confidence level, or the dopamine raises to another level where my adrenaline can be controlled by myself, not no one else. My adrenaline is being controlled based off of how I prepared myself to have power to make a decision, right? To have power to make a decision, because I'm an individual. I'm an individual, and I have the power to make a decision that's going to take me to the next level, right? The level is the balance of having power to make a decision that can leverage you to the next level. You feel me? So the power is not telling someone that you don't have power, because if you're trying to build people up to go to the next level, why would I tell you that your weaknesses are visible, right? Instead of me saying, this is the characteristics of these individuals. How can I coexist with these individuals? Because if I'm building up my work staff and I have to work with these people every single day, I don't want to tell them what their weaknesses are. And that happens when someone is going back and forth saying, well, you need to do this and you need to do that. And you feel like you got to say, well, in retaliation, you calling out my weaknesses, here's your weaknesses, when really they're just characteristics that are visible during certain times, or that are just you. You feel me? And when you become aware of that, you yourself can make a conscious decision to say, yo, this is a characteristics that I have, and you may not want to change it. You may want to change it. And if you're in a relationship with someone, or you're in a work environment with people, you say, me being a part of the team, here is how I play. Can we play on the same team? That's why players get traded, because the personnel's got to fit the bigger picture of the team, right? And when you got a solid team, when you know that this person play a role, that person play a role, that person play a role, and it's not a conflict of interest where this person is saying, yo, why you shoot the ball so much? Or why you got to take the shine? Or why you got to do this? Or da-da-da-da-da. Instead of saying, yo, like I said, okay, I see your characteristics. You good at this? All right, boom. You good at that? You good at that? Boom. The power in the entity that's circulating becomes powerful once everyone can identify with the common goal. And that's another thing is, what is the common goal? What is the common goal? You feel me? If we in a relationship, if we're in a business relationship, what is the end goal? What are we trying to reach? Like, where are we trying? Are we trying to just look good on paper? Are we trying to look good in public? What is the goal? Like, I want to have fun, right? I want to have fun. I want to do my work and have fun. I want to have the freedom of time to have my me time, and have the freedom of time to spend with my loved ones. You feel me? That's what I want to spend my time with. I want to spend time with my loved ones. Is that a common goal for you? I like luxury. Some days I want to be flamboyant. Some days I want to be chill. Some days I want to wild out, go to different spots just to be a tourist, in a sense of like seeing different restaurants, or going to different museums, or going to the park, or going to see different architecture and be in different environments, travel the world, stuff like that, right? So that's what I'm into. Is that a common goal? If it's not a common goal, let it be known. You feel me? Instead of me saying, well, you're boring, or you're stupid, or you want to live this expensive lifestyle, because expensive to me may not be expensive to the next person, vice versa. You feel me? So what is the common goal? What are we talking about as far as like what power is. Power to me is, bro, it's simple, bro. Sis. People all over the world, check it out. There's people building cities. Technology is on an advanced level, right? To advance people, you can't be telling people like, yo, you're weak, you're not strong, and stuff like that. I get the psychology, because the ones who make the decision to internalize those things find ways to break through those barriers of that mentality. But it's not effective because there's people who have a criteria and a programming for the masses that enrich their country's community and environment, so that it's a way of living and it's not segregated in lack of mindset. Because we all got freedom of choice, and it's evident that we have that. But the lack of mindset is detrimental to an environment when it's not installed into the curriculum of how one should think based upon where they're from. Like, where are the skyscrapers? Where is the job opportunities? Where is the technology? Where is the freedom of express travel? Where is the opportunity for one to think clearly in his environment? You feel me? What is the solution to the hunger that causes desperation, right? What are the solutions to those? That's power. To me, that's the power. You feel me? So the power is like, yo, here are the characteristics that are being displayed, right? And this is me being transparent, right? Do I fit the criteria? And do I fit the characteristics, right? And this is not even me asking. It's just like, here are my characteristics. Can we coexist? Can I be around you? You feel me? The quality of Us TV. Are you going to get an episode every single day? Maybe, maybe not. Because one has to even go back to listen to an old episode just to digest the data, the information, and the content. You feel me? Because once you could digest the data, the information, and the content, you're going to then have to apply it to your current situation. And you may not even be on that level yet of experience. So it's not going to sink into your head yet until you go through the experiences, right? So you're going to have to go back and listen to that album. You're going to have to go back. So the person ain't making an album every single day. I'm not making a conversation every single day. The TV show doesn't get filmed every single day. It doesn't get filmed every day. But the content is there for you to go back to, so you can say, okay, this was an hour long. Let me listen to the first 10 minutes. Boom. Then I'm going to go back and listen to the next 20 minutes. Then you keep going so forth and so on. Or you keep listening to that same recurring 10 minutes until your mind and your brain waves get adjusted to it, right? Your mind got to digest these things first in order for you to understand. And that's another thing. It's like force feeding information on people And there's so much information coming at you on social media that you don't even know how to think correctly. And there's a lot of guilt because everyone is saying you should think like this. You need to think like this. If you don't think like this, you're going to be a failure. If you don't think like this, you're going to be weak. If you don't think like this, you're not going to be powerful. If you don't think like this, you're not going to accomplish your goals. You can't have it all. You can't do this. Who the fuck told y'all that? That's what's fucking the world up. Right? There's some people who want to do a lot of things, right? And you see all these people that have these superhuman mindsets where they jumping off of buildings and doing backflips into the fucking waterfall. They doing backflips off the 𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐼 and landing on their feet and shit like that. Listen, that's what's paralyzing America, right? And it's just certain environments in America because there is a paralyzing mindset of what you can't do and what you are not allowed to do, and the shortcoming environments of like success. Like you can only be successful to this level. Like you don't gotta, I want you to call yourself king, queen and shit like that, but you can't live like a king or a queen. What the fuck? Who the fuck told y'all that? Who told y'all that? Who is teaching this? Why y'all teaching that? It's sad that I ask someone, I say, yo, what you been up to, bro? Like, nah, I don't really be up to nothing. You know, the only thing we gotta do around here, or we gonna do around here is like, you either go to jail or you go to work. Like, what? That don't make no sense. That makes no fucking sense. Like, I want to live abundantly. I want to have the choice to do what I want to do. I understand the guidelines and the rules of the society. So within the confinement of those rules that you guys made up, which can be adjusted based off of the people in position to change the policies and stuff like that, right? I'm going to live the most abundant life because I can't be around anyone who's telling me that I can't be abundant when based off of these texts and scrolls and scribes and philosophy is telling me that kingdom come, everlasting abundance, it goes, whatever the rules are, goes against all those different concepts, right? So based off what I've researched myself and the due diligence that I put in, I know that the power for myself is in abundance. And I don't want to be labeled under certain labels that people put on me. I want to be placed based off of my labels that I put on myself and where I see myself, because I'm my biggest critic. I'm my biggest motivator. I'm my biggest thriver. You feel me? I'm my biggest competitor, right? So in the power of decision making, I want to put myself in the best mindset to make decisions that's going to catapult me to a level of a king, an emperor, right? The highest level. I don't want to be on a mediocrity level. I don't want to think on a mediocrity level. I can't win a game thinking on a mediocrity level. I can't win like that. I can't be around teammates that think mediocre. Like, I don't want to live a subpar life. I don't want to live an average life. I'm not an average guy. I'm not an average thinker. I'm not an average anything. Like, no, I want to go for the biggest. I want to go for the largest number. I want to go for the biggest house. I want to go for the biggest boat. I want the biggest, and that mindset has to enrich your community so that you start building families of wealth instead of families and communities of poverty. If the goal is to enrich your environment and your community, right? Why would you install curriculums of poverty when the goal is to have the finer things in life? Your community can't look like the slums. You feel me? Cannot look like the slums. And you can't have people thinking that they don't have the power to create and the power to communicate. And there got to be people in place to teach these mindsets, like, and not just to teach it verbatim, to live throughout that mindset, to carry themselves that way, to have a rich spirit, to have a rich aura, to have richness in your walk, to have richness in your speech, to have richness and speak wealth over the people that you're surrounded by. Like, I don't want to speak down on an individual unless, right, it's a source of entertainment. I'm going back and forth with someone who's speaking to me on that level, so I have to communicate with them on that level. When we talking about lexicons and lingos and stuff like that, so there's a time and a place for that. But overall, I want to be in a space of luxury, wealth, mindset first, right? Peace of mind first, wealth of experiences, wealth of context, wealth of language, wealth of aura, sex, all of that, like wealth of fashion. Like, I want my garments to, when it drip off of me, or when you see my logo, you'd be like, okay, that's homie right there. That's 𝐿𝐴K. That's 𝐕𝐈𝐃𝐄. That's like, oh, he came for, he about business. He about business. Yeah, you gonna talk about business. Or, yo, he came to have fun. We about to wild out. We about to joke around. We about to, you know what I'm saying? We about to turn up. Stuff like that. Like, it's gonna be lit. Like, it's too much seriousness, and everyone's in the audience, right? And they saying, I admire who you are, but I don't think I have the power to do that. And that is what keeps these kings and these queens down, because at the same time we building each other up, it's like, yo, I gotta pull you down, because I don't want you to think on that king level, you know what I'm saying? That God level, stuff like that. So it's a training of the mind. It's a training of a concept. It's a lifestyle. It's a mentality. It's the growth and the reprogramming of who you are. You feel me? It's walking in the light and walking in the dark, and also realizing that it's the same thing. It's the same difference. It's all the same. And do you understand the concept of who you are and what you're presenting to be a part of certain situation? And can you coexist with people? And can people coexist with you? It ain't even about can I coexist with people. It's like, what are your ideologies? And what are your limitations? What are your limitations? And what is your borders? That's what it is. Because you can't play with me and say, oh, I can't do that. Well, how do we figure it out how to get you to think like that? How do I get you to say, yo, I got the same 24 hours. I have the same daylight, the same sun and the moon. how do I identify with my characteristics that will allow me to have power in making the decisions based off the personnels that I'm around and based off the environment and the instinctive decisions that I have to make to catapult me to another level without having people saying by the majority, like, oh, the peanut gallery, yo, he's bugging, he's wilding out, da 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 da. No, they got a show called Wilding Out. You feel me? For the niggas that want to wild out, like, you feel me? So it can't be that a nigga wilding out no more. It just be like, yo, you don't understand the concepts, and let me align myself with the people that do. Because when I'm aligned with the people that do understand the concepts, and even when they don't know how to align themselves with the concept, let me put myself in position to be a leader so I know how to work with different personnel so I could put us in the position of winning and overcoming any type of any type of delay, any type of struggle, any type of, and learn how to keep a consistent winning ratio in life and just mentally, right? How do I keep a solid foundation in thinking of how not to break down? Like the word depression, like I heard a quote and I forgot it verbatim, but it was just like the word depression doesn't even exist. So why would you even use it in your context, right? Because you telling yourself that you depressed is only because you haven't figured out how to make a decision based off the environment that you're in, or you're waiting for a result that hasn't happened yet, or you haven't been aware of the solutions and outlets that are around you, right? Because you haven't found that meaning of self, or you haven't allowed yourself to have that quiet time of like, this is who I am and why am I like this, or the past situations, how did it change the younger me to the now who I am, and how do I reclassify myself or reprogram myself to get to a whole nother level, or how do I dial back from certain things so I could position myself to take that 20 steps forward and stuff like that. How do I learn this new concept? How do I become an asset to someone who knows more than me, right? Vice versa. This guy knows more than me in this field. This girl knows more than me in this field. How do I align myself with them to catapult me to the next position? Okay, how can I learn from them without being in competition, right? Why would I be a stumbling block to someone who can catapult me and us to the next level? Do that make sense? Do that make sense? Right? Why would I put someone on child support when the child needs support? So why would I block someone who I need support from, but I'm going to be a stumbling block, right? I'm going to be a stumbling block to the person that I need support from. So let me take away support from him, you, and the child. So there's 3 people that you just took away support from because you wanted to be a stumbling block based off of bragging rights and greed. Instead of saying, how do I create a support system so that everybody eats and we live like royalty instead of living like poverty, fighting over breadcrumbs? You feel me? So they like, yo, da-da-da-da-da, like, this amount of money is kaboom to me. And I'm like, that's money. Come on, man. You spent that at the casino. I lost that on a bet. You feel me? I lost that on a bet. And then boom, I won this on a bet, quadruple. I won this off an investment. I won this off of, I didn't win it. I earned this off an investment. You feel me? I invested. You feel me? The game plan was this. Stick to a game plan. Stick to the game plan, right? That's another thing too. If we're winning and the winning formula is proven, why don't you stick to the game plan? You know why? Drama. The dramatization of the environment keeps people from living that royal lifestyle. Dramatization. There has to be a turning point. There has to be a downfall. There has to be, I got to take this person up and through there. Or what they say down here, up through there. Like, what the fuck do that mean? No, stick to the game plan. Because I guarantee you, and this is a guarantee. I speak for myself. Once I stick to my game plan, I'm winning. I win. When it comes to the music, I don't gotta study nobody. I just study music. And I could articulate myself. So to the crowd, that shit may wow people, but it's just like, I'm just speaking freely of how my perception is and other people's perspective, because they don't have the voice based off of their career choices and their choices. Like, they didn't want to be in position to say these things. So I put myself in position to say these things. And I could say them confidently because that's the choices that I made. I want to take that shot, right? Because that's what I prepared myself for. Or I know how to put people in position when the pressure is on me. So when I'm like, okay, look, they gonna come at me crazy. So I'm gonna need you to be at this point so I could be like, boom, and you hit the shot. Bam. You feel me? We win if you follow the game plan. Once you start deviating from the game plan, that's when things don't work, right? And you can't be around individuals that see the game plan working and say, okay, well, you win too much, it's time for us to lose. Like, no, you can't be around me. I cannot be around anyone that thinks like that. I cannot be around that way. And it's not even so much about winning or losing, but it's the consistency of staying at a certain level of success. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. You can't see me and be like, oh, well, things didn't turn out the way that it turned out, so that means that I lost. Like, no, I didn't lose. I don't lose. I keep progressing. That's what I say to myself. Every day I progress. Yo, how many shots you took? Okay. Yo, your legs got stronger. Okay. Yo, your decision-making skills your speed is better. Okay. Your footwork got better. Okay. So the next game, okay, I see the progression. Every day I progress. Every day I progress. Every day I progress. Every day I progress. Based off of these characteristics that I've created and these concepts and these mindsets that I've installed for myself to even think in that manner. You feel me? So I gotta think like a winner. I gotta think like someone who's always progressing. I have to think like a leader. You feel me? I have to identify with other leaders who have gotten there before so that I learn from their wins and I learn from their mistakes. You feel me? So I'm learning. Okay. And then also, what is the mindset of these people? What are the books? What are the studies? What is the philosophy? Right? And at the end of the day, their choices based off of what you want out of life and their characteristics that are added to your character based off of who you want to be, who you want to coexist around, and who you see yourself as, right? Right? The character that you want to play in life. So that's the power. The power isn't telling someone, yo, you stupid, you're dumb, you're weak, you this, you that, you're third, and then, you know what I'm saying? Because only if someone is, it turns out that way when someone is doing something spitefully or it turns into a conflict, y'all exchange words and stuff like that. And stuff like that happens, but you still got to be mentally tough to be like, well, it's not who I am, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm great. Like, I'm that nigga. Like, I'm a winner. Like, you talking shit? Like, okay, for you, this shit easy for me. You feel me? And why is it easy for me? Because I put in the work. That's it. I put in the work. I put in work. I put in overtime. I grind. You know what I'm saying? I went through the process of whatever processes was placed to me on this earth, whatever environment was given to me, whatever, like King Arthur, you know what I'm saying? Like, you were left with certain chapters of the book and you had to figure it out or rewrite it yourself. So you got to figure it out. You feel me? So I just want to have fun, you know, be around great individuals, sexy, fine women, intelligent women, having great times, successful individuals that's building up the community and creating new ways of living, new lexicons of communication, you know, linking up with like-minded individuals, and you know, being the king that I am, you know, being a god that I am. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, having fun, getting lit, you know, putting in the work, rewarding myself. That's another thing too. Don't be afraid to reward yourself. Reward yourself. Because ain't nobody gonna reward you. You feel me? Sometimes the winner is the villain. You feel me? And you be like, dang, like, I thought that the crowd was gonna cheer or the crowd was gonna be like, yo, you did good. And I'm like, hell no. Take yourself to the bar, take yourself shopping, take yourself to that country, take yourself, make that investment. You feel me? Put that work in, look in the mirror and be like, yo, you that guy. You feel me? Look in the mirror and be like, yo, you that guy. You know what I'm saying? Look in the mirror, shorty, and say, yo, I'm that bitch. I'm that woman. I'm that chick. Whatever you got to say to yourself. Say that, you know what I'm saying? Like, put on that dress. Whatever. Like, get dressed up for nothing. Take that selfie. Like, no one's going to do it for you. So, well, until you get to the level of like, okay, you have a team around you and you getting all these things done for you. You feel me? But you got to, you know, love yourself first or put yourself in position to even feel that way first so that other people can know how to receive you, how to deal with you. And, yeah, that's about it, man. So the power, you know what I'm saying? The power is like getting to the Dubai level, the Saudi level, the Africa level of like luxury architecture, wealth, resources. Yeah, get to that level, you know what I'm saying? Mindset wise first. And then watch it all come together, like, you know what I'm saying, like a puzzle. You feel me? So, yeah. You already know what it is. Holla at your boys. You feel me? I just said boys. You know what I'm saying? It's two of me. I am LAK, Late Bloomer K. They say I'm bipolar. I'm like, I'm tripolar. Put me up on a tripod and see the kid look good in his eyes out. I'm like, play me in the iPod, like head nod, do my bop. Why stop? You feel me? So boom, you're gonna have to go back, play this episode many times, you know, just to gain an understanding of like the mindset and see how it applies to you. And then you'll start to do the research and go back to listen to more episodes. And then you're going to see the evolution of me and the concept of Jazz America and the apparel, the art on the wall, the concepts, you know, the things that make it go, you feel me? So yeah, that's just what it is, man. And, you know, holla at your boy, you know, more products coming, more content coming. You already know what it is. Jazz America, Us TV. Sir. Jazz.